So, interesting enough, it's a double refresh on a Daji here. I think this is the first time I've seen this, let alone in a ranked game, but this time in a professional game.
Okay, we're not saying that it's a ranked game, but this is ranked game-esque.
It feels like it, you know? It's like bringing out Daji to knock down the Luna here, but if the pro player picks it and it works out, so be it, because it's a counter that they planned for.
Then it becomes a pro play.
Yeah. But it's going to ruin our ranked games regardless, right? I think going forward. If they're successful, if they're able to bounce back in game number 2 with this Daji pick, I mean, my ranked games, I'm worried for them.
That's your rankings to be worried about, but what we worry about and what the fans are worried about is how this game 2 goes. Once again, game 2 towards the Gorge. Blacklist International whipping out their signature all-ground full damage drop against Boom Esports. Carl on that Luna. Game 2, casters, take it away.
All right, thank you, Saki. As we get into this game number 2, Blacklist International, again, you got the old tried and true, you got the Ogren, but now you're kind of supporting it with the Fatigue, you got the Daji, and then the Celestial Melody for all of the good ults that are available. This could be an interesting draft.
Okay, and I mean, the wave clear, that is the most destructive thing in the early part of this game, and here we go, 4 different members on the side of Blacklist here.
Oh, they committed everything for this one because they really want that Crimson. Justshi has the smite. He's going to take away the red.
Okay, so clearly that was not within the understanding of Boom Esports, right? They expected a different kind of invasion coming in, and with that being said, this puts Blacklist up by a little bit. It's up about, what, 300 gold, not the biggest, but Danny Golden Kai 1v1.
Yeah, and a little bit of damage. They're going to trade away. I mean, the silver lining for all of that was that Boom Esports didn't lose the blue. I think that there would be way more impact if you were able to take the blue buff away from Carl.
But they lost the Crimson.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's a silver lining in all of that.
Okay, silver lining, right? We'll see whether this silver lining is going to be thick enough or is it going to be a thin one for the side of Boom Esports, because they do have the lead in the series. They're leading 1-0. It would mean the world to them if they're able to take a second one, but Blacklist not looking like they're going to be giving any and leaving any gaps here.
Yeah, I don't think you want to. I mean, I think that the last game, there were too many moments where the game was up in the air. Like, you weren't sure exactly who was going to actually pull that one off, and I think Blacklist International want to be more aggressive and take over the game earlier, and again, do it without those gaps.
Exactly, right? Make it as clean as possible, and right away, I mean, Justshi as well as Dragon, the two of them operating as a dual status here. And Blacklist have now acquired a 1,000 goal lead going into the second minute of the game.
A great start for Blacklist International. And it looks like now the pullback from Carl, just to scare them away. The Azure Golem is going to be the main target that they want. The bounce up onto Justshi, and Carl looking to go in for this. The Conductor of Souls has to be used. They have the stun, he's been pulled back, but Justshi's so low, he's going to be going down. Miggy finds him with that Corporal Punishment, but Carl is going to be traded as well. And Draw, he gets stunned, and he will try to flash away, but he too will go down. It's a 3-for-1 in favor of Blacklist.
Once again, it's Chammy 1. How many times will we see this guy make an amazing play? I mean, there is much more to offer. This guy is only level 5.
Yeah, I mean, but the timing and the way he's able to initiate and just gets this proper stuns, this is exactly what you want from your Clash laner.
Yep, and they really expected it, right? Take a look at what Justshi was thinking here. They were waiting on the wings here. And the understanding of the stuns coming at the appropriate time for the Star Dragon. Beautiful work to get maximum damage on 3 different members.
I mean, going back, and I don't mean to judge Justshi on this one, but I felt like his path of passing should be from the south, and it would have been much harder to get him, especially with that terrain that he could have just sidestepped if he was to do it. But again, all in all, great for Blacklist International as they came out on top with 3 kills.
Yep, super chaotic, right, for the side of Boom Esports. And now we start to see the value of this Daji pick. You know, we were thinking about, hey, it's a refresh ultimate. Yeah, but the wave clear and the cooldown on that first skill is so valuable for the side of Blacklist. How much damage did Dragon do to the side of Boom? That was why it was successful.
Yeah, he did quite a bit. And plus, when they're grouped up, it's just much easier to do, right? And that's a tight alleyway for Boom Esports to really be looking to take in any fight. But they were trying to defend the blue, and now Carl, without it, this is going to definitely hurt his farming efficiency.
Yeah, I mean, with 2 seconds left, this is why Chance is here as well. Now, Justshi has a 2-level advantage over Carl. If they steal this again, I think this might be almost the start of game over for the side of Boom.
Carl was like, no, not again. I'm definitely going to smite this one. I don't want any sort of action. But now this opens it up for the Tyrant, because you know he doesn't have a smite.
Exactly. So it's about leaving your options, right? Now that you know that, hey, you don't have the smite, you can't contest this, Blacklist are going to take over the Gorge. And with a going close to a 3,000 gold lead. This is all Blacklist at the moment.
Yeah, they're doing everything right at this point. I mean, it kind of helped with that team fight. I mean, with Chammy1 making those plays, but now he's being pressured with 3 members. Carl looking to chase for this one, and now he's looking to turn this around. They're under the tower. The Unending Sorrow for those heals. Chammy1 tries to stay alive, but now Dragon shows up. They get the return kill on a Miggy. Dragon is so low, he gets picked off, but they find Carl, and now Boom Esports on the run. They have Joshi and Chaz. I don't think they can continue.
No, they brought the numbers, but they're still in a losing condition, and with the refresh on the Joshi's out, they can once again take another fight.
Yeah, and now they're going to go in yet again, push them back. You have Draw and Danny just kiting them from afar. They want to just stay under, but now Golden Kite with the ultimate fake. The leader's stance is going to be used. They find Draw. I don't think he gets out of this. The Conductor of Souls is going to be committed as well, and they will eventually take him. No, he limps away, but the top T1 is going to be down.
I think it's fine, right? End of the day, they knew the timing was really tight. It's 5 members of Boom responding to that. In the meantime, because there's 5 members at the top side of the map, you know you don't have that kind of pressure at the bottom. It's a lot more freedom. They get the farm, they extend the lead.
Yeah, but these two teams, they really want to fight. I mean, you see what's happening right now with that Universal Law just on the minions, but they're back into the enemy jungle already, trying to contest Carl yet again, who has to smite it. He does, and he gets the safety.
Great job in securing, but end of the day, it's a secure. You're supposed to have it. And with that Boom Esports, they might not be in a nice time here, because Carl, if he shows himself again, they know his positioning. There are 3 members waiting, Dragon included. 1 stun. That could be the end of Carl's life.
It could be, and that's why Carl needs to ensure that he stays alive, because he's the guy. He just needs to be off the map. He's actually down 1.2. They actually find Draw, who's going to heal up quite a bit on this one, but they took 4 members. Again, they're going to use this space to take the bottom T2.
Yeah, and look, Blacklist is just very good at this macro play, right? It's insane. They've put a lot of damage on T2 now. The trade-off is giving away a T1 at the top, which they will happily give.
Yeah, they'll happily take this one. Carl, on the other hand, he's looking to invade. He needs to be aggressive, right? He needs to constantly just farm as much as possible because he needs to keep on pace with Joshi. He's falling behind.
I mean, okay, look, there was a 2-level advantage between Joshi and Carl, of course, in advantage to the side of Joshi. But with only just a level separating them, I think Carl has done a good job of recovering into this.
Oh, definitely. He's definitely done a good job. And now the teleport in the bottom lane, even more pressure there. The Vanguards are going to be met on this one. So Blacklist International, their approach will be stunted on this one. But they need to just back up. This is great map control by Blacklist.
Yeah, it is. And it's also space provided for Golden Kite. Not the biggest in terms of gold advantage, about 5,000 at this point. But once he gets the Eternity Blade, I feel like Boom Esports are going to be in trouble.
Yeah, Miggy and Chammy1 have been going at it. Sage's Might was actually committed as well, but now the Unending Sorrow by Draw, he's going to be back. They lose the Azure Golem, and Carl wasn't even on the right spot.
I mean, Carl needs to find space for himself, right? He needs to farm. You talked about it. He needs to recover, but there's nothing.
They're going in Chammy1. They know they have the numbers because they saw Carl in the top lane as well. They need to be careful because the Universal Law is clearing, and Carl is already in the top lane doing some work.
Yeah, he is. And Blacklist now, they're rushing to make a defense for this because there is going to be some substantial damage on the T2 if they don't address this right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they are. And Blacklist is like, yo, stop going in the mid lane. We have nothing there. The actual value is in the top lane. We got to protect our towers.
It's all about pulling attention away, right? Who has the better distraction game? So far, Boom was at risk on the T3 at the bottom. Not going to be available because Carl does appear on time. You know.
And Carl right now, I mean, he's 1K behind. He's kind of clawed back into it. Blacklist International, the approach has kind of been slowed down as well. And it looks like, I mean, with this minion wave clearing by the Universal Law, they find him, but they actually get the pull. Joshi, though, needs to be careful, but they get the pick off on a Biggie. And it looks like Joshi's going to be down as well. It's 1-for-1 draw there. Looks like they're going to have to back off. They need to go and fix the top lane.
But it's a Joshi for Miggy trade. This is in benefit to Carl as well. He does have the Tyrant buff for the team. Right now, if they take a good fight here, Boom may be able to turn everything around.
Yeah, and that's going to be huge for Carl, right? That's extra space. The fact Joshi's down off the map, now Carl can be a little bit more aggressive. He's been taking the outside towers. He's done a great job with his split push.
Exactly what you need to do, right? If you can't win a team fight, win the map.
Oh, Golden Kite with that flashback. He will just be pushed back with that Universal Law, continuing on. And Tatsuri, he's hit level 15. He's hit that cap at this point.
All right, so we'll take a look at who he's going to put this on to. It probably is going to be on Danny. There is a slight chance he puts it on Miggy. in the event that they expect this to go super leggy.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I mean, Miggy, the foot's a little bit more tanky, and he can be that front liner, kind of dueling with them. Because if you're looking at the rest of Blacklist, once Chammy1 potentially jumps on, if you have Miggy there locking him down, you might have a good chance, especially late game.
Yeah, exactly, right? And if he's able to soak up all the damage and still not take a fall,
yeah.
and then boom, we'll have an opening, because that's exactly what Carl wants.
Yeah, that's exactly what he wants. I mean, it's to attract attention, let Carl do the damage, but he needs to stay alive, make sure that he's not getting stun locked.
Yeah, and if everyone is focused on Carl as well as Miggy, then he's gonna have a absolute well over time.
Yeah, and it looks like they're waiting in the wings. Dragon just poking and prodding, just trying to draw out the ult from draw, but he's not gonna fall for that bait. Dragon has to flash away, and now Boom Esports, we're potentially looking to go. Carl now is starting to get a little bit scary. He's hit level 15.
All right, we'll see. 15 is the mark. Carl, they need an opening here. A big stun, a big setup by anyone. Miggy would be that target for the side of Boom Esports, but for now, they're gonna wrestle over this 10-minute Shadow Tyrant.
Yeah, this is a good opening, right? I mean, it starts it off with Blacklist International very low. Needs to be careful. Dragon and Chaz, I don't know if they can really contest on this one. If they want to go, the Tyrant is being pulled even further towards Boom, but the flash forward, Chammy1 just trying to find the play. He found Tatsuri out, but now Chammy1 turns his attention to draw who flashes, but Carl gets that Tyrant, and now it looks like Boom Esports on the run.
Massive steal, but he needs to get away.
Oh, but Carl, he's gotten focused in. The heals are going to be on point. Draw with the save, and Carl gets back to safety.
They buy a lifeline, but here is the big problem. The Zhou Golem, he has no smite. Carl has to give this away.
He has to give that away, and now things are looking in favor of Blacklist International. They have that numbers advantage. Now they turn their attention to the Overlord here.
Yep, they have a 2,000 goal lead, and once again, Chammy1 has been making all the plays for the side of Blacklist International. All they need to do is to find the finishing blow.
Shadow Overlord picked up, easily done by Blacklist International, so especially with that numbers advantage, and the damage that they have is real.
Yes, it is. But if you take a look at the map itself, Blacklist, they still have some decent control, right? They have taken 3 turrets across the gorge in comparison to the 2 that Boom have taken. They also have the gold lead, which now stands at 3,000 gold.
Yeah,
so if Blacklist play their cards right, I think Boom Esports, they will find themselves suddenly out of turrets here.
Yeah, and look at the fact that Carl and Joshi, that net worth lead is like next to nothing. It's like 300 gold at this point. Carl has done such a great job of coming back into this one.
Right, so here's what's going to happen. Blacklist is going to take a big fight on the top. Hopefully...
Oh, they get the stun on the Miggy. They get the Seer stated. Joshi walking it down. And this is why that Augurin is so scary. You get caught out, especially with the rest of your team, to help with that stun lock. Joshi's going to do that damage.
And they already have the numbers advantage. They still have to deal with the Shadow Overlord at the bottom side of the map. Carl is going to be the one sent to finish the job here. But in the meantime, Blacklist taking a look at the potential of taking another T2 in the mid.
Yeah, they've taken the mid T1. Blacklist International doing a great job getting that value. And we were talking about how this Foots is tanky, but he didn't look tanky in that one. He got blown up.
He's not near enough, right? 13, level 13. Only Chammy1's already 15.
Yeah, he's definitely behind. Chammy1 is doing that work, but now Carl has to get back. They have the little stun on the Chammy1, but he's going to get away. He dashes to safety.
Yep, they refresh his ultimate as well. Chammy1 will have a free cleanse on his body now. Now withdraw. He will be looking for a potential multi-man setup, but I don't think that's going to be the true goal here, is to make sure that Carl has a good time.
Yeah, and look at how Joshi just waiting in the wings. He's kind of patiently there. The rest of Boom Esports are looking to push the mid lane a bit, and it looks like Boom Esports have kind of gotten a little bit more confident as of late, as they're willing to be aggressive here.
I think they have to be, right? Right now, it's really about putting a stamp across the gorge, because if you take a look at the situation in terms of map control, it is all Blacklist. They've taken 6 turrets in the past 2 minutes.
Yeah, they've done a great job with that one. And Boom Esports were looking to return the favor, right? But they weren't able to really find anything. The minion waves have not really gone in their favor. And yeah, you can kind of extend the game with Tatsuri's Universal Law, but at the same time, it's like you're not able to get any pickoffs.
Something cool here. Tatsuri has actually put his sanctification onto Carl. Carl is 17.
Yeah. No, it's an early power spike. I don't know if they're really thinking late game, but it's going to help them at least for that mid game.
I feel like they're hoping for the difference maker to be Carl being able to survive just a little bit longer, buy some time for Miggy as well, Danny, to get the damage.
I mean, if he's able to find Dragon or Golden Kite, that's going to mitigate a lot of that damage. So the idea is there, but we're also thinking late game, because I think that this game is going to go late. You need to have that guy that can survive, you know, Joshi and Golden Kite as well.
Yeah, as well as Chammy1, right? Chammy1 has been like, he has been on point. And the issue that we kind of take a look at is that, okay, Miggy didn't have the EXP, but soon he's going to get hit 15 as well, of which he just did, so we'll see.
Yeah, and now Boom Esports and Blacklist both skirmishing in this river here. Look at where Joshi is. He might go for a southern assault on this one, but Carl taking his blue, ensuring that he secures his own side of the river.
It's all about the wave management here. Whoever has to deal with a lane first is going to be...
Oh my god, Tatsuri,
he's
so low. He just barely survived, but that might have been an opening. Now Blacklist International, and they've taken the Shadow Tyrant. It looks like this is going to be given away because Tatsuri too low to fight.
Okay, so right now Blacklist, they have to consider, do we defend the potential take on the Shadow Overlord from the side of Boom? Because if they do manage to alleviate the pressure with the Shadow Overlord, Boom Esports can come back into this game.
I mean, they definitely can, right? They're definitely not out of this one. Blacklist International have done a good job of compounding the lead here, but with this Overlord going to be potentially taken away. Joshi's in the heart of the enemy team as well. Carl, he's going to take this one. They find Joshi, and now Miggy looking to go for Chammy 1. He's been completely outnumbered. They have 4 members that are focusing it down. Carl had already been killed, but they find Chammy 1 as well. They take down Dragon. Tatsuri goes Golden, but here comes Golden Kite with his damage, and Draw gets picked off as well. Golden Kite even goes forward, goes for Miggy, gets that pick off, and Golden Kite with the last one gets the pick!
It's going to be a big win for the side of Blacklist, but it's still damage imminent on the side of Boom. It's a pentakill, by the way, for the side of Golden Kite. He's going to earn himself some money here.
I mean, he's celebrating from the grave, but it's definitely worth it, right? When he got that pentakill, and now Chaz all by himself, but check out that replay.
I mean, this is about buying time, right? This is where the value of your team members being able to sustain, being able to hold the attention of multiple other members is so important. Chammy 1, he gave his life for the cause, but at the price of giving building space for Golden Kite, and now that he has farmed, he's level 15, you know he's able to have extended reach, gets rid of all the tankiest members, especially Miggy, gets the final shot on the Danny, and you know, Blacklist, there is a chance.
I mean, the Golden Kite, the biggest thing about that replay, and we saw it in that one, was that he's able to keep the attack vortex at the maximum. Understanding that range is going to be key for him, going in and out, ensuring that he's doing that damage at the same time being as safe as possible. Very smart play by Golden Kite, well-deserved penta.
Yeah, super well-deserved. And at the end of the day, take a look at the drop. They're not very tanky, right? The only tank is Chammy 1 himself, by right? Because it's not going to be just you tanky. You've gone for a very greedy, aggressive build.
Yeah, very greedy, but he's 3 levels behind Carl at this point. I think, if anything, you want to be able to do some of that damage. You're going to see Miggy be even tankier, more difficult to deal with, and now is the time to kind of really take the fight to him with that damage.
I'll be clear. As the game goes later, the later it goes, Boom has the advantage. Because Boom, Carl has the level advantage. They will have the powers of Carl just diving onto the backline. We know that this discrepancy of levels makes a big difference in HOK.
Yeah, it's definitely going to help them out. But now with the potential push, Joshi goes in with a Death Precipice, finding them out. Dari, though, Danny is actually going to flash away. They've already got Chaz and Chammy 1 doing some work, but now he's being focused. Miggy looking to turn, he goes down. Draw, trying to flash in, trying to get the play on the Chammy 1, but it looks like it's not going to happen. 2 members down from Boom, and now with the flash forward, they get the stun and they get the lockdown, and Draw is down.
Big work from the side of Blacklist International, exactly what they needed here. But at the same time, why Boom took that fight was because there was a minion, a wave coming down on the bottom. And look, they have managed to damage that T3 at the bottom down to a respectable amount.
5K net worth lead for Blacklist International. They're marching it in the top lane. Boom Esports looking to hold at some point. I think they need to give up the top T3. They'll give up 2. They'll take the mid one as well. Now with the crystal open, they're sticking around. They're not afraid. They might just want to end this. Justy tries to go in for this, but they turn their attention onto the crystal, and Blacklist International will equal the series.
Super tight. That was close. Carl was out in 1 second. And if they had managed to fend off that minion wave, that game could potentially have gone Boom's way.
To start out game 2,